And then we ask them, do you have problem solving skills? Do you problem solving skills like STEM, science, technology, and all that. So I asked them, do you have problem solving skills? And some of them tell you, oh no, 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 no. I don't have problem solving skills. Anything that has to do with me racking my brains, I don't want it. And then we know that this person cannot do programming. This person will not be interested. There's actually nobody who cannot do programming. Do you understand? But when the person tells you, oh, I don't want it, you know that they do not want it. So we know we assess people by, do you have problem solving skills? Can you solve problems? Are you interested in solving problems? Is it your strength to solve problems? And then when they tell you they have problem solving skills, we know that okay, this person can be able to do can be able to learn software development, can be able to learn web development, can be able to learn data analytics, can be able to learn data science and all that. We know. So there are people who tell you, you ask them, where do you spend most of your time? A lot of people tell you, oh, I spend my time on social media. I'm very interested in social media and all that. I am interested in trends. I am interested in analytics. And then you know that, okay, this is what this person does. And it aligns with this person's strength. And also, what are you passionate about? Oh, I'm passionate about helping people do this. I'm very good at helping people. Like in my present workplace, I serve as the secretary to my boss. You know, if somebody can serve as secretary or an assistant to his or her boss, you know that, oh, this is, you don't need maybe you don't want to learn a technical skill. You don't want to learn a technical skill, then we can direct you, okay, maybe you can learn virtual assistants and the likes. So when you know what you do, even in your current workplace, we also ask you, what do you do now? The skill you want to learn, do you want it to be able to build your present career, to build you in your role? Do you understand? So there are people who are already in non-tech roles in maybe a tech organization. They are in non-tech roles in tech organizations, and we ask them, do you want to build yourself in your role in this company you're presently working at? Why do you want to learn a tech skill? Also, what kind of what can you hear me?
Yes, I
Okay.
can hear you. My mic
All
is
right.
muted.
So
I can hear
we
you.
also ask, why do you want to learn a tech skill? Why do you want to learn a skill right now? And also, what kind of earning potential are you looking at? What kind of earning potential are you looking at? Are you looking at learning a very high income skill? Are you looking at learning a skill that you can maybe relocate out of Nigeria or your country? And then we assess these individuals based on these things, and we know, okay, this is what we give them options of these skills that are in this category. And we also send them documents to read on about these skills as well. And then we know, okay, this is what aligns with your interest, this is what aligns with your passion, this is what aligns with where you currently are, this is what aligns with what you want to earn tomorrow. And that's it.
Okay, so you've done an extreme breakdown on how exactly it takes for you to know which particular niche somebody wants to go into. Now we're having a little technical glitch, so we've been live on LinkedIn, but we had a technical glitch for YouTube. Now we're live on YouTube as well. So for those who are just joining us on YouTube, I want to see some introductions. You can let us know where you're joining us from. So we also have that in our chats, and then we can always give you a shout out. For those who are still joining us from LinkedIn just now, and you've missed some part of this event, please feel free to drop your name wherever you're joining us from. And if you have any questions for Winifred, those questions will be taken from the chat, put on the screen so we can discuss more about it. Now, Winifred has taken her time to go through the exact process, the procedure that they use at Texas Academy to find out, is this something for you? She spoke about using things, for instance, your existing skills, your soft skills, and then knowing how do you translate that then into the niche that you're trying to move into. So for some people now that already have maybe some tech skills, or they're in non-technical backgrounds but are trying to divert and move further, all of these are certain things that you need to understand that, okay, which particular skills do I possess at this point? It's not like you have to abandon them. You're just thinking of, okay, how do I try, which particular, am I doing it to stay in the country, like she mentioned, or am I trying to leave the country to know, okay, this then now helps me to, what are the skill roles that are necessary for me when I'm outside the country that can be catchy enough or easily, I'll be easily hired. Which then brings me to my next question now. From your own perspective and from your own research, Winifred, I believe you've been in the field for a while. Which particular tech skills do you look at that are going to be very, very prominent, and in like the next 5, 10 years that people should be looking at, and maybe some people are not thinking about it now, or you would advise somebody personally to say, these are the tech areas that you should be focusing on outside the country, even inside the country, wherever, but they have high potential of earning high and also being hired easily. So that is my question.
Okay, so there's lots of skills that like that, but I think a lot of people are running from those skills because they feel like it's very technical, and some people are after quick money. We don't have patience in this part of the country.
Of
Yes,
course,
and
yeah, that's
even
good. Big
yes,
money.
we don't have patience, so we are looking for quick money. Somebody reach out to you, the person has the potential to learn a skill like software development, but they'll tell you, I am looking for a skill that I can earn in 3 months, or skill that I'll earn sharp sharp sharp. And I'm the kind of person that I don't like lying to people. Anytime we want to earn skill that I'll start learning and earning immediately, I'll tell them there's no skill that you learn and earn immediately. I don't promise
Honestly.
that. I cannot tell you this is the skill you will learn and start earning from immediately. So if you're not after quick money, a lot of people are after quick money. So you see them, instead of taking their time to learn a skill like software development, they prefer to learn social media management or virtual assistants, because they feel like, oh, immediately I finish like this, I don't build my portfolio, and
You
then
can easily get roles, yeah.
yes, exactly. So skills that you should look at that are not going out of fashion. Skills like artificial intelligence and machine learning, a lot of people are running from it. I don't even know good numbers of Nigerians, or yeah, that are into artificial intelligence and machine learning, especially on our part of LinkedIn. I don't think I've seen any artificial intelligence expert, not the type of chat GPT and the likes we know. So I don't
Yeah, I
know.
get what
Yes, I don't think I know any AI expert. Not the type that used to generate images
prompts,
and
not
videos. So
not
it's
prompt.
not that type of. Mm.
It's not prompt engineering. We're talking about real either
Yes, we are talking
development,
about,
I believe, yeah, training
exactly. We're
models
talking
and
about
things like that.
real development. So artificial intelligence and machine learning. You can look at data science. You can look at software engineering, and a lot of schools, even Nigerian schools right now, are adopting it because they know that, oh, this skill in the next 5 to 10 years is going to be, you know hot cake. So they are beginning to bring it to their curriculum, and they are teaching people in universities right now. Even my school, they offer software engineering right now. So we have artificial intelligence, we have software engineering, we have data science, we have software development as well. We have software development is also still, in line with software engineering. We have skills like data analytics as well. It is not going, because companies are dealing with millions of data every single day. So data analysts
Yeah,
are definitely needed,
of course.
and it's not going out of fashion. So these are skills that you can consider if you want to build a career. Cyber security as well. We have cyber security. We have cloud computing. So these skills are skills you should be looking at. If you want to, you can relocate outside Nigeria. If you have any of these skill sets, companies hire you and they bring you over to work from their headquarters. You can also work remotely, and you earn a lot. When the salary of the average monthly salary of this particular skill set I've mentioned for people who work in this skill in this
Yes.
line, they are definitely earning more. We know that there are virtual assistants who earn up to 3K dollars, who earn up to even 5K dollars monthly. Some virtual assistant, yes, virtual assistant is it's paying well.
Yeah,
Social media
yeah, of
managers
course.
as well.
Everything, I
But
think everything depends on the company that you now get hired to, or maybe the brand that you're working for. At the end
yes,
of the
yes,
day, yes.
yes. So yeah, they earn well. But to be very honest with you, you see these skills that I've mentioned, these people earn way more monthly. Except they're working with maybe small Nigerian companies. But if you tell you that you position yourself properly and you attract big companies, you're very good at your work, you know what you're doing, and you position yourself properly, you are very, very hot, like a hot case, and you're going to earn very, very much. But the problem we have is, like I said, is get rich quick scheme, or we are already too broke and we want to make a lot of money so fast. So a lot of us tend to settle for less. And then another skill, people do not talk about it, yeah, because it has to do with writing mostly. But we have technical writing. Technical writers, they simplify. We have new products every single day. Every single day. People are companies are making.
Okay. I don't know if that is my network. Yes. So I think that is maybe a problem from Winifred's angle, or is mine? I can't really tell at this point. Okay, can you hear me? If you can hear me, maybe you just drop it so I'm sure that. Okay, I think Winifred had to drop down for a second. She would be back. So I think that's it. She will be back shortly. Yes, sorry, we have a little technical glitch from Winifred's end. But what she was just mentioning at the end of the day is, once you're thinking about going into tech, you shouldn't be having the mindset, okay, she's back. Okay, yes, Winnie, you're back. We have you on board. I think your network dropped you off for a second. So welcome back.
Sorry, my network threw me off.
Yes, yes, we noticed that. So welcome back. Like I was saying before you joined back, you were mentioning some skills and talking about how it shouldn't be a get rich quick scheme. You should be thinking about how to immediately start earning. And so you have to be patient with all these roles. I see a lot of people have joined us already, but I'm barely seeing the introductions. I see Ifediora Chisom. Thank you for joining us. For those who are live with us on YouTube as well, please feel free to drop your questions in the chat so we can address it right here now on this session. That's very important. If you have comments as well or something you think we should talk about, please also feel free to drop it right in the chat, and I'll be putting it on the screen or reading it out loud. So Winifred has gone through some roles that she mentioned. She also mentioned artificial intelligence, machine learning, also mentioned technical writing, which is one niche I think a lot of people are not thinking about. But like she said, there are companies and products launching daily, and they need people in these roles to help out with things like this. Now, moving on now to the next important thing people that we have to address. A lot of beginners are coming into the tech niche and they are trying to find out, okay, from your perspective and from what you've seen, maybe beginners make. What do you think are some common mistakes that you've seen beginners make when they're trying to decide which niche should they pick, or how they should navigate the tech world, and how do you think maybe they can avoid this type of mistakes? Maybe also maybe some mistakes you made while coming into the field. You can also share that, and how do we avoid things like this from happening? So that's my question to you. Thank you.
Okay, so one of the mistakes I think a lot of beginners make is something called the shiny object syndrome. It's called the shiny object syndrome. You see, you're in UI UX today, and then tomorrow you hear that your friend said product management or product design, what's it called, product management or software engineering is the next big thing. So you leave UI UX design and then you run to product design, sorry, software engineering or whatever. And then tomorrow again you hear that, oh, the 10 in demand the tech skills that you can learn that is hot, immediately you finish you get a job, you leave the new one you're doing and then you go to data analytics. It's a very terrible mistake. You find out that at the end of the day, you're just doing a lot of things, but there's no results. You're just everywhere. Tomorrow they ask you see somebody introducing his or herself. There's nothing bad with being multi-skilled, but you don't have you don't have stamina. Do you understand? You don't have anything to offer. You don't have full knowledge. You see, tomorrow when they ask you, oh, what do you do? I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. But okay, show workings. You cannot show workings. You cannot deliver because you don't stay one place. You're always running about. So it's a very huge. If you do that from the beginning, you are going to get frustrated along the road because you see that people who started with you, maybe your very first time, they are already moving forward because they did not switch roles. You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You
Yeah.
almost broke
So
for a
you
second there, but you can.
find that the people who you started with the very first time are not switching between roles like you did. They are already doing because you've been running around the whole place all the time. And so it's a very big mistake that you should avoid. So that is why this session is very important. And I believe that if you need have more questions, you can ask anybody. You can ask Mr. Bernard, you can ask me, you can ask any other person you know who is in the tech field. So you will not make mistakes. If the person you ask does not answer your question, move on to another person to ask. Research on Google to get better understanding instead of running about. So you don't run about too much because if you run about, yes. And then the second thing is not being patient. Not being patient. It's a very huge mistake. We know that everybody wants, but you're not patient. You think that this thing is too difficult. Are you sure it's for me? This is not motivational speech. Oh, to be honest, you find out that it's going to be very hard. I'll use people who work maybe people I'll use them to cite this example. Maybe you've never worked in the night before, like all night. You've never worked all night before. The first day you go, you find out that oh, you regret waiting carrying me go this work. Why am I doing this? I did not even sleep. I feel sick because I didn't sleep last night. Oh my god, like that. You go tomorrow again. As you go next week, you find out that it wasn't as difficult as it was the first time you did it. Do you understand? So as you continue to push, you get better. So do not say, oh, it is still hard for me, and then you give up too soon and you start running about again. It still falls back to running about, oh, this is too hard, this is too this. Do you understand? It's another mistake you should avoid as somebody who is looking at building a career. I think
Okay, yes. Thank you very much for that.
this is
Yes, very important point that you've dropped. So for those who are thinking, okay, how do I get into this tech niche? How do I find out? How do I do this? There are some mistakes they should avoid. Winifred has pointed them out. First of all, don't jump from pillar to post or jump on every shiny object that you just see. Something is trending today, you want to be on it. The next minute, you want to be on the next thing as well. No, you should have a proper structure and a proper path that has been labeled either by yourself or by somebody ahead of you that you can follow through with and follow accordingly. Okay. So, like she mentioned as well, this is where I also plug in Tech CC Academy. If you want trying to learn digital skills or tech skills, you can always reach out to Winifred Ukwezi on LinkedIn. to learn any of the tech skills. And if you also want to reach out to me as well, this is a collaboration. This is Bernard Moneme. You can always reach out to us on LinkedIn. La Grande Galaxy is the name of the brand. We handle a lot of tech skills and other skills as well. All right. So this is the free session where we are trying to help you understand the mistakes that you should avoid, certain things that would help you along the way, even in your niche, and be like, okay, if I learn this, there's a very high chance that it would be beneficial to me in the long run, as people that are in the field and have seen this happen. So if you're joining us and you're already in the tech field, I would like to see some charts and tell us which particular tech field you're interested in. Or for those who are already in tech, you can tell us which tech field you're currently in right now. So we know that we have our fellow techies. Like I mentioned before, this is not just a it's not just for beginners or those who want to learn tech. It's also for those who are already in tech and just want to hang out. There's a WhatsApp platform where we are hanging out and then just dropping more information, and every other information you need around this will also be put there. So if you're not there yet, that means you're missing out on something important. You can always reach out to my featured section and join our free community, La Grande Galaxy, where you get more information around this topic. Now back to our session. For those who are just joining, we're talking about the tech skills that are currently either trending or very beneficial to you. Winifred already touched that. But I want to ask you now, Winifred, if you're to go back in time, or you're to advise your younger self to start from scratch for your own tech field now, I know you already mentioned you're in web dev. Would you remain as a really remain there? Would that still be the skill you would pick? Or as somebody who is more enlightened now on other platforms, other skills, is there a particular one you'd be like, okay, this is where I should have started, this is where I would go, or something of that nature? If you're to start from scratch, you have a reset button. So tell us about that.
Okay. If I was to start from scratch, honestly, I think right now there are other fields I am really, really like more attracted to right now. You understand? There are other fields I feel like, okay, I should be here right now. And I'm transitioning. I'm taking my steps little by little, bit by bit to transition. Look at, I picture something way this, not like web dev is not big enough. There's something that feels more aligned with what I'm doing right now. So if I was to start afresh, seriously, if I had all the resources, because I did not have enough resources from the beginning, and that was why I did some of the things I did. I ventured into digital marketing and web development and all that. So if I was to start afresh, had all the resources in place, and I was I'm going to as start in cloud computing. That's what I am very
Okay.
much more, I feel like, aligned to
Okay.
right now. So if I were to start afresh, I would get somebody who would put me through. I started on my own. I did not have any guide starting from the very beginning. I didn't have any guide. I didn't have anybody to talk to. I just did it on my own. I made research on my own. And I was like, okay, this is what aligns. I think since I don't have this, I can do this. Since I don't have this. What made me, I think I've heard about people when I said where I was still in secondary school during my break after my WAEC, my dad took me to go learn some skills. So when I heard this, I was asking questions. I saw a group. Somebody was saying, "Oh, we can learn Python with Solo Learn on our phone, even if you don't have a laptop." So I said, "Okay, since this one I can learn Python on my phone, let me go and do it." So I saw that it was getting quite difficult, more difficult for me. So I just decided to do content marketing, and that was how I found myself in digital marketing. I started doing. Thing new was, now let me go back to web development. So if I have to start afresh, no, 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 I won't be right here. Digital marketing is a very great career. Yes, I forgot to mention digital marketing is a very, very great career. If you
Yeah, but
want to make money, if you want to print, yes, you can learn digital marketing. It's a very great career.
yeah,
It's
but
not. It's,
at the end of the day, digital marketing, is it classified as a tech skill in the real sense? Because that is marketing. Is digital marketing a tech skill? Okay. I think when you first need to,
Digital marketing, a lot of people will tell you, especially the big bros, the heavy programmers, the software developers, the software engineers, and all that. They are going to tell you, digital marketing is not a test skill. They begin to tell you, they even tell you that UI/UX design is not a test skill because they feel like product design is not a test skill because you don't have to do the whole heavy work they are doing and all that. But to me, digital marketing has to do with trends and analysis as well, analytics and trends, metrics and all that. So if we can do analytics and trends in digital marketing, it's a test skill. Do you understand? You don't have to code to be called. It doesn't have to be code to be called tech, to me. So
okay.
a lot of people will
No, of
come to
course. Yes.
disapprove. Yeah, a lot of people will come to disapprove that and be like, oh, no, 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 it's not. You see a lot of people who are what's it called, WordPress developers. When they say I am a web developer, what do you use? What tools do you use? And you say immediately you say WordPress, they'll say, hey, WordPress web developer, get out of here. But these people are actually doing the work because they're trying to
No, of course.
classify
Yeah.
you with a
I get.
tool.
I've seen that. I've seen that happen too because some people always try to criticize you based on the particular tool you're using, even if
Yes.
the yes. I've seen people talk about if you're using WordPress that because you're not coding, maybe you're not really a web developer. But at the end of the day, you can still develop the website that is functional and can serve a particular purpose. If you're not trying to
even
develop any type of
even right
crazy,
now,
so okay, so
sorry,
even right now,
even right now, even people are beginning to say front end web development, they are not techies because they feel like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript is not enough to be called a tech bro or a tech sis. So you see,
okay, no, that's
that's
no.
the
We're not
problem we
talking
have.
about. We're not talking about private. We're not talking about private criticism. If it's about private criticism and just people's opinion on what tech entails, then of course people have different crazy opinions on what tech means. But at the end of the day, we know that as long as it involves certain technical skills that require not just maybe soft skills like speaking or other things or communication, if it has to do anything technical, we can talk about the definition of technical. That's a long discussion. But because at the end of the day, there are people like virtual assistants too that if you're not doing any form of CRM task or any technical skill, all you do is maybe the admin task.
Yeah, just administration
If you're doing administration or you're just so that may water down the technical aspect of your
aspect of.
role. Okay. Yes. So if your role involves technicalities and things that okay requires you to be techie, maybe you are configuring something, doing this, doing that, computer wise, okay, then we can say okay, this is tech role. Okay. So by the end of the day, you've mentioned that digital marketing. I myself I know that there are different ways to manage your platform analytics and different things like you mentioned. So it has technical skills involved in it. All right. So we learn every day and we hope those listening can also see that, okay, if you're taking digital marketing more than just posting on social media without any form of backup or any useful information that you're using to track and do proper marketing, then you're not in the tech world, but otherwise you are in. So I don't want to make this session very long. We are almost 1 hour in. This is about 38 minutes past 7. So we'll be ending shortly. But before we end, I want to take a couple of questions. So anybody that still has questions, I believe maybe the audience, they already know everything they want to know about tech at this moment, or maybe I've asked the important questions that they want to know. But for those who are joining us, if you can drop your name or and your question in the chat, it will still be taken while Winifred rounds off on this final question I'll be asking her now. So, advice to your the final advice now, Winifred, maybe something that people can take home for those who are just joining or those who maybe just want to clip this part. Let's say, okay, let's do it now in a way that okay, we're just going to clip this and say, in summary, what you have been saying in summary. If you're just joining now, what is one important thing I can take home, something I can take home and that would help me in picking my tech niche, something that I can take home that would help me in finalizing and knowing this is exactly where I am meant to be. Okay, I did not waste my time by joining this live session. So something that people will take home and be like, okay, I gained value. Final advice to somebody who is confused about which tech skill they should choose. If you're to advise maybe your younger brother, your junior self, maybe you go into the future and you can tell yourself and say, okay, younger Winnie, you want to go into tech, right? Do this, do this, do that. Can you just briefly summarize that for those who are just joining, or clip it?
Okay, thank you so much. So I'd say if you want to go into tech, what I tell a lot of people right now, if you want to go into tech, we keep preaching tech skills are these, tech skills are that, tech skills helps you to work from anywhere in the world. Tech skills makes you financially independent and all that. We know we preach that, and that's why most people are interested in the tech space. Do you understand? So the first thing you have to know to hold before you learn a tech skill is, do you really want to do this? Anybody can do it. See, anybody. Tech is not for the genius. You don't have to be who is the smartest person in the world right now. I don't know. You don't have to be the
I,
smartest person. You don't have to be the smartest person in the world to get into tech. But do you really want to do this? You see a lot of people run into tech. They can do it. They might even have an understanding of the technical nature of tech. A lot of people who learn JavaScript, React, and they can be very good at it. But maybe after 2 years, you ask them, oh, how far your web development career or your software development career? They'll be like, oh, I don't leave that thing right now. I'm doing business management, business director in one company in Asokoro or in Lekki. Do you understand? Oh, I'm a real estate agent. Do you understand this thing? They're not really interested in this thing. And you waste your time. You use 1 whole year to learn. That is waste of time. If tomorrow you're not going to continue it, it's like, no knowledge is a waste actually, but wasting your time to, instead of developing yourself in other areas that oh, this is what I love to do. So the first question you ask yourself, is this what I want to do? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? Not like, can I do this? Everybody can do it. There is no discrimination. Anybody can do it. So do I want to do this? So when your answer is yes. If you're having, your mind is shaking, don't be unstable. You have to be very stable before you make a decision. So if you answer the question and you come to understand, why do I want to learn this skill? Is it because I want to be financially independent? Just because I want to be financially independent? If I want to be financially independent, I can be financially independent in any of these skills. But I want to earn, for instance, I want to earn like $70,000 annually. I want to earn $70,000 annually. What kind of skill can I learn to earn $70,000 annually? Can this skill, does this skill, can any of my, do I have any strength that aligns with this skill that can get me $70,000 monthly? Do I have problem solving skills? Yes, you can do problem solving. Do you understand? But if you're not a kind of person who loves problem solving, or you've always had problem with problem solving, even maybe from basic mathematics from high school. Programming is not mathematics, but it is, they have similarities, you understand?
yes,
But
it
yeah,
involves critical thinking and
yes,
just
critical thinking,
yes.
and problem solving. So if you know that, oh, I have problem with math, not as if you cannot do it. Oh, if you learn, you can be able to do it, but it might take more time than someone who has problem solving skills, and you might not want to take that time or that stress or that
That's
all
true.
that. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So do I have this skill that can make me, do I have any strength that aligns with this skill that can make me $70,000 annually? If your answer is no, you might not want to do it. If your answer is yes, you can go on. Okay, what are skills? These skills, we have different categories of these skills. What do I think that I love to do more? What do I think that I love to do more? Would I love to work in AI? Now you know the AI trend. would I love to work in software? Do you understand? Then you know, okay, now from this roles that can actually give me $70,000 annually, this is what aligns best with my interest, with my passion, and you go on with it. Then secondly, you get to know when you know what why you want to learn this skill. Well, I'm currently in this company, it's a tech company, but I am not in a technical role. I am just a what's it called, there are the several roles that you can work in, not technical roles in companies. Maybe you're just a secretary or something. You're just a secretary, or you're just you're working in a company, like in a startup where they have what's it called, you're working in an agency, a digital marketing agency. You're just working as maybe a social media manager already, and you feel like, oh, this is a digital marketing agency, they get to do a lot of things, they get to build products for people apart from building product, or they get to build, to do marketing campaigns for people, they get to do this for people for their products and their services. What if I want to grow in this same company? This company is a big one, right? Why tomorrow I can also get opportunities from outside, from bigger companies. But this company, this is a digital marketing agency. What about I learn a skill like product management? I can manage products that are going to be coming into this company. I can work as a product designer, or I can work as a product designer, or I can work as a what's it called, web developer. This company now, a lot of people come to work as developers. They hire other people. Why I am here? What if I learn web development and upskill, and then I transition from just being a social media manager to a web developer in this same company? Why? Do you understand? So this is the skill I am. This is the current role I am in, and this is another role that is in this company that I would like to get, because I know these people, maybe they are earning more, way higher than what I am earning. Do you
Yeah,
understand?
of course.
So you do that as well. Okay, this is where I want to be. Do you understand?
All right.
And there's also skill that, um this skill, it aligns more with what did you study
We're
in school,
trying
if you want
to.
to, from you are,
Can you hear me?
you said what?
I said because we're trying
Yeah,
to
I can hear you.
make sure it is a bit concise, so that anybody who is can just take this information in less than 1 minute.
Yeah.
Say, okay, this is done and this can be done. I believe somebody has been able to gain at least value from this. Or at the end of the day, what I was trying to achieve in a way is like a 30 seconds clip, 10 seconds clip
Oh,
that
sorry.
that that can be used. So that's no problem anyway. You still went into details for those who want detailed
People who just
information
join.
on how exactly would this be done, how would that be done. And I don't want to make this long, so people can always rewatch it. When you get to this part already, you know we're
Yeah.
coming to an end, and you know that, okay, good and fine, because this will be available on our YouTube channel forever and even LinkedIn as well. So where can people see you? Where can people find you? How do people reach out to you? That's my next question to you now, Winifred. Where can people easily contact?
Okay. Okay, so if you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. Uweze Winifred, Uweze Ugwueze, and Winifred. Yes, that's my LinkedIn handle. And you can also reach out, if you reach out to on any of our business page. You can also reach me directly. Just text and say you want to speak to Winifred. You'll be granted access to know how to speak with me. So text CC, just type tech CC on any platform, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, or message, and you'll be directed on how to reach me. But you can reach me directly on LinkedIn as well. Thank you.
All right, all right. So we have come to our end of this episode 2 of which tech skill should you choose. If you're just joining us now, you'd have to go back and rewatch this session. So I'm just going to be giving a very quick recap of what we have covered today, starting from the end down to the beginning. So Winifred has already outlined that to go into tech, you don't have to be the smartest person. You don't have to be Elon Musk or they have the highest IQ. It's very possible for you to go into tech. All you have to do is identify the particular skills that you currently have. So once you do that, it is very easy for you to know, okay, these are the skills I have, this is where I'm going. I need to find somebody that can either guide me or I can do my research myself on YouTube, on Google, wherever you are, and then find out that okay, these are things that I can do to become better in the tech field. All right. Secondly, don't jump from pillar to post. All you have to do in the end, if you've gotten into a particular field, you've started your UI UX journey, jump because you see people learning AWS tomorrow or any cloud thing, artificial intelligence, you're jumping there the next day. Be sure that this is where you want to be. I made a post about this on LinkedIn that think about it like this. Can I do this for the next 10 years? If you actually can't, then don't even start. That's my opinion to you. If you can't do it for 10 years, don't start it at all. Just think about something that you can stick to for the long run. Of course, you can always change and improve on that particular skill. Because you are developing with WordPress now doesn't mean you can't start coding on it or even move to managerial roles and things like that. Okay. So that's basically it. And with that being said, we have come to our end of the end of this episode, rather. My name is Bernard Moneme. You can always reach out to me on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on I don't know. I don't think I reach out to me on YouTube anyway. But yes, reach out to me there if you want to join any of our programs. Lagrand Galaxy is the name of the brand. You can reach out to Lagrand Galaxy Academy. I believe we'll also be running a program shortly with TechCC Academy. So that will be more of a collaborative type of program. If you want to wait for that, fine. If you want to reach out to TechCC Academy, I'm sure they have a lot of amazing programs that would definitely benefit you. You see? So please, that is it. Get your guidance, get proper counseling before you pick the particular field you want to go into. With that being said, good night, everybody. I see Dr. Vivian in the house. Dr. Vivian, thank you for joining us. I see Chisom, thank you for joining us, and every other person that has joined us today. Good night, Winifred. Thank you for joining us as well. It's been amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Have an amazing night.
Thank you, Bernard.
It's 51 minutes. I believe
You
it's
too.
short enough. All right. Bye bye.
Bye.